Okay, it is 3 a.m. It's time to go start my day. So I'm gonna head over to the barn. Alright, we're at the Heffelbahn. See how the girls are doing in here. Oh. Put a little light on the subject. They're listening to their music. Heifers tend to like classical music. Cows are a little more rock and roll. But usually we have a skid steer down here and I can disperse food a little bit better. The guy feeding put too much on this side and this side doesn't have enough, so I would transfer it over if I had a machine. So for now they're on a diet today and we'll yell at him later. Should be good. These guys don't really have too much to eat, so we're gonna transfer a little bit over so they have something. But I need two hands. I'll be back. Before I head up to the other barn, I just gotta go in the office over here and see if we got any cows in heat. Heifers in heat. So just come up here and click refresh. Oh, what do we got? 851 and 870 and 3 hours since high activity and 2 hours since high activity. I like to get them around 8. So that is telling me that 5 hours from now I got a couple heifers to breed. So yeah, we'll be back to do that later. Activity system's worth its weight in gold. So we just get into the old barn where we do the milking and have some cows that waiting for the other side of the new barn to be finished. See the time. So just to turn the lights on in this place, you gotta throw a breaker, go into this room, plug in this extension cord, then you gotta go into the parlor. Into the parlor, plug in another extension cord, turn on the heat, take the chill out, and then you gotta wait for the lights to warm up. Can't see nothing. Only 3 lights in the barn. We put in an LED a couple weeks ago. That instantly comes on, but so once your lights warm up, you gotta check the maternity, see if there's any babies overnight. I believe that Jersey is the next one due, and she's getting swole up. We'll loosen the pins, but nothing there. But only lazy people stay at the gate. I like to actually get a look at each cow's backside, see if there's any feet hanging out or discharge. anything that would say they're gonna pop soon, but no. Jersey, her name's Gloria, and she's the next one due, and she's got a sweet face. One thing I haven't gotten used to is this half of the barn's empty and it's missing 100 cows. My four-wheeler's in there, mule, the skid steer, but yeah, she is empty. Look at that feed bunk. I'm glad we're not feeding out of that thing anymore. Missing some walls, holes. No thank you. These waters, never gonna water another cow again. Loving life. So I'm gonna head over to the new barn. I was just gonna open this gate, switch around a couple other gates, and to get ready for the cows, and I need 2 hands. All right, it's 3:20 a.m. Headed over to the new barn. I can see that Barn Genie is working. Curtains are open. So it's about 30 degrees out, and we have the barn set to 45. So with the cow's body temperature in there, it's heating it up enough that it has to vent the sides to keep it at that temperature, which is a really neat thing, because normally it would be me in there, you know, feeling the air quality just by me breathing it in and deciding whether or not to open curtains. This will do it in the middle of the night if it happens to warm up, which, big difference. Oh, look at, you can see the girls looking at me. They really enjoy that cow height ventilation. Nice fresh air. Love this barn. So we're gonna go check the activity system up here. This one doesn't have active cow data. Has a kind of a snapshot of when they installed it. So it's not gonna know if I recently bred a cow or anything like that. Alright, so we're gonna go to favorite reports, cows to breed, activity, nobody. So I got a bunch set up to breed tomorrow, so somebody will show up then. So way things are currently set up kind of sucks. I come in the other end of the barn and there's no light switches there. I have to find my way over here in the dark, which is a little treacherous, but I'm starting to learn my way around things. Tripping over the alley scrapers kind of sucks. So looks like we still fed a little too much up here. It'll take a little bit to get this dialed in, but I'd rather they had too much feed than not enough. So I'll push all this up, because they like to sort through it during the night and get little pockets of grain if the mixer wagon didn't mix long enough. And you can see where they've been sorting, pushing stuff around, trying to find the yummy bits. So gotta go around and scrape some poo out of the stalls, but you can see they're still got plenty of sawdust in there, looking comfy. Cows look nice and content. At any given time, you want to see your cows either eating, or you want to see them laying down eating their cud. Since I turned the lights on and they saw me, they know it's time to move, so some of them have gotten up, but for the most part, eating or laying down chewing their cud. That's what we want to see. So to me it feels chilly in here, but to a cow 45 degrees is some good weather. They're a big animal and they like to be cool. So issue that we're having with the scrapers is kind of might have overbedded this side, so the cows pushed a lot of sawdust out and don't fall through the grates. So I gotta take a hoe that out. If I had any manure problems during the night, this light would be flashing, telling me that it either has a bump stop, that something obstructed the scrapers, or a chain skip, something of that nature, and I gotta diagnose that problem and figure it out. So the cows have started to adjust to these things, but they're still pretty wary of them. Like they don't like that going around their feet, but they're not running and jumping like the first day. And so what this deal is gonna do when it gets to the edge is that chain will turn on automatically and bring the poo to a holding pit on the side. So let's see if she still works. Better work. It's only the third day. Look at that. Like clockwork. So as you can see, there's not much build up here. We did not bed this side yesterday, so cows aren't dragging much sawdust back. We'll figure it out. So there goes poo down the poo trough. And that's a beautiful thing. The old barn we were cleaning with a tire scraper on the front of the skid steer, and we cleaned it twice a day. And this thing is set to clean the barn 12 times a day. So that's amazing. They're not tracking poo all over the place. You got to scrape those crossovers by hand with a shovel, which I'm gonna get to. And I got some things I gotta do with two hands, so I'm gonna let you go, and more videos to come. What time is it? Let's check the time. Oh, yeah. It's about that time to cross the cows over and get milking. Machine's on by 4. Let's go.